Hi, Blue Jays. I'm Darren Whitley. I work for LTN Global. You may know us in the past here as Niles Media Group, but I'm here today to teach you how to use your iPhone or your any smartphone you might have to get video into your MacBook Pro and use iMovie to edit a video. The first thing you'll want to do is set your phone up to record your video, capture your video on your phone, and at the end of that, you're going to want to use Google Drive to upload your video to the Google Drive cloud storage. Once you've done that, you can download the footage to your MacBook Air, which you've been issued by the school district. Now, if you have an Apple iPhone, you're going to also be able to use your AirDrop technique to get it to your MacBook Air. But for those of you that don't have an iPhone, I recommend using Google Drive.
So we're going to pretend that you've uploaded your footage from your phone to Google Drive. I happen to have an older MacBook Air that doesn't want to play nice with the newer devices and I'll support AirDrop because this is an older MacBook Air that I own personally. I have a folder here with some broadcast stock footage from several years ago. So we're just going to pretend that this is maybe how you would organize your footage. And often when it's new here in Google Drive, you won't be able to play it back here. And that's not really a problem. I'm going to slide over here to this piece of footage and download this. And we want to go ahead and download anyway. Okay, so our footage is finally complete. You can see here in the Finder that it finally changed from a CR download to a movie file. We're going to go ahead and move this to the desktop to the folder that we're working out of so that it's with all the other assets. So we're going to put it there and we'll move back to iMovie. Here we go. And then the step will be to come in here and import it. The shortcut is your Command key with the letter I, and I use the shortcut keys as much as possible in the programs I use. So we'll do that, and this is our footage. Now it's not my intention to use the audio from this, but we're going to drag it in here and drop it right between these. So you can see that that is there. And then let's do quickly, if you do detach audio, let me explain. This menu, you reach it with the control key or your right click on a mouse and we can detach the audio, and that allows you to bring this audio down so that it's at 0. So we'll just have this as B-roll, and then we can put a piece of audio voice underneath that. Alright, so what you'll need to do to make a voiceover on your MacBook Air is go up here to File and do Audio Recording, and then you're going to come down here and you'll start recording your test file like this. You click the red button and it should record your audio just like this. When you're done, you'll click the stop button and you'll need to come up here and go save your file. So this will be test audio, and that should be something you can import into iMovie. So we go back to iMovie and we'll open iMovie again. Come up here to File, Import Media, Test Audio, and now you can insert that file by dragging it below. So let me back out here a little bit, drag this audio clip right there. Let me see if it's going to let me wedge that in the middle. So what I need are some images to put in this space here. And that's very flattering. This is how you'll take the audio that we just recorded, and we're going to put it beneath the footage of the student in the red jacket. So we drag that down here, and it's going to go below that. This audio here that corresponded, we have, I believe, muted. Hey, this is a voiceover. This is a sample. We're going to put this below the footage of the student in the red jacket with the camera. So I just put the footage below the student in the red jacket. And now what I'd like to do is, I guess I could have done this sooner, is click on the audio, the original audio from that I had taken away from it or muted. And I can actually delete that. So that cleans up our timeline a little bit. Next tip I've got for you is how we're going to shorten this clip here, because I've only got a short voiceover here, and what I want to do is I want to squeeze this or edit this down so it fits the voiceover. So if you grab this right edge and we can squeeze it in, actually I like where that stops, so let's go to the left edge and let's squeeze the left edge over, and let's just keep going. I'd like to, yeah, right about there would be good. Let's go back to the end. We're going to squeeze it that way too. And now that's tightened that up. Now that we got the video the way we want it, I wanted to share some shortcut keys with you here at the end, and then show you how to export your video. So the last thing we want to do is we're going to, we will go up here to File and Share, and then depending on how you're going to export this, you've got some options here. I just recommend we'll do a file. And so what you want to do is select File, and then you're going to come over here, and I would think that this would be just fine. This is not full HD, but for what we're doing with students having limited bandwidth and so on and so forth, this would be quite acceptable. So you go, name your movie. So this will be iMovie tutorial in my case. And we're going to call it tutorial 1 because this is my very first one. And I'm not going to get too picky here. So, and then this is, you'll hit next, and then you need to tell it where to export. And I'm going to put it on my desktop.
I hope this tutorial today has helped you learn how to use Apple's iMovie software. I'll learn how to record your voiceovers with the Quicktime, which is on your computer, or you can also use your phones to record your voiceovers. If there's a topic we haven't covered today, please be sure to follow up with me, and I will try to address that in a future video. Thanks so much. Stay healthy, Blue Jays.